Welcome back, everybody, to everything that you can watch racing related this upcoming weekend. And as always, there's a lot because it is the summer. Let's get right into it. This weekend, we have no F1, but that is no problem for us because we do have the Goodwood Festival of Speed happening this upcoming weekend in England, which is a hill climb type of event where people showcase all sorts of different types of cars, everything from vintage racing cars to vintage F1 cars to modern cars. It is a really, really cool event if you want to check it out. Last weekend, we had the ELMS, and this weekend, we have the World Endurance Championship, 6 hours. If you want to see the Iron Dames, do not miss out. If you want to see Jamie Chadwick racing, I believe she is there as well. Now, moving on, we also have the GT World Challenge Asia happening this upcoming weekend. Now, we're going to get into the IMSA portion of this video. We have the IMSA VP Racing Sports Challenge going into round of 4 out of 6 this upcoming weekend. We have IMSA Pilot Challenge, IMSA WeatherTech Sports Car Championship happening this upcoming weekend. If you want more sports cars, if you want more GT racing, there is more for you. We have the Italian GT Championship racing this upcoming weekend, the British GT Championship, the Toyota Gazoo Racing Australia GR Cup. That one is actually really, really cool. That's currently what I'm racing on iRacing. However, also in the GR Cup, we recently had earlier in the year, Keanu Reeves in his Berserker styled car racing. Very, very cool championship. Lots and lots of overtaking, lots of elbows out. So if you're interested in that, make sure to check that out. We also have the Mazda MX Cup racing this upcoming weekend. They're having 2 rounds this upcoming weekend. So round 9 and round 10 are happening. So if you want to make sure you don't miss out 2 rounds, moving on from that, we also have the Porsche Sprint Challenge North America racing, as well as the Porsche Carrera Cup Italy. If you're like, hey, I don't want to see a Porsche racing, I want to see a Ferrari racing, what do? You watch the World Endurance Championship. We just talked about it. Last thing I wanted to bring up, we have the ADAC or ADAC GT Masters racing at the Nürburgring. And do you guys want to know who's racing alongside them on the Nürburgring this upcoming weekend? I'll tell you, it is the European Truck Racing Championship. It is a fantastic championship. I had the pleasure of watching one of their races and it was phenomenal. They only do about 8 laps. So it's like a 20-minute race. They do 3 races of a weekend. So definitely watchable. It is for free, available on YouTube. I don't know why you're not watching it. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the NASCAR portion of the video. NASCAR races almost every weekend. We've talked about this. So this upcoming weekend, we have the NASCAR Cup Series, the NASCAR Xfinity Series, NASCAR Canada, NASCAR Brazil, and then the NASCAR Modified Tour racing this upcoming weekend. As always, for NASCAR fans, there's something for you out there. Now, we're going to move on to some single-seaters. As I said, there's no F1, but that doesn't mean there's no single-seater action that you can watch. There is for you to watch. So, we have Formula E racing in Berlin this upcoming weekend. And then, of course, we have IndyCar Series alongside the Indy NXT racing this upcoming weekend. If you are also interested in some more junior championships, we have the Italian F4 Championship racing in Mugello, together with the Italian Sport Prototype Championship. Those cars look quite a lot different from a Formula car. They look more like Formula E cars, but I don't think they are Formula E. They're not electric, as far as I'm understanding this. And then we also have the GB4 Championship, as well as the AU4 Championship, which all of those are single-seater, regular Formula cars, in a way. Now we're coming to the home stretch of the video. We're going to go into the 2-wheel action. Of course, we are going into the triple header for MotoGP, if I'm understanding this correctly. They are racing this upcoming weekend in Germany alongside MotoGP. You can, of course, also find Moto2 as well as Moto3, as well as the Red Bull MotoGP Rookies Cup and the Northern Talent Cup. They will all be racing at the German GP, or Sachsenring, I believe, is the track. Very, very important. We have the Moto America racing this upcoming weekend. We have the Yamaha R3 Blue Crew World Cup happening this upcoming weekend. And of course, very, very important, this upcoming weekend, we finally have the Women's Circuit Racing World Championship back. I think they've been gone for like 3 months now. It's been a very, very long time. The last time they raced, it was the Long Beach Grand Prix for the IndyCar series. So that's how long ago that was. They had a few months off, but they're back and stronger than ever, I'm assuming. We're going into round 3 out of 6. So we're halfway through the season after this weekend. So very, very important. Make sure to check it out. Their Races are for free on YouTube. Do not miss out. And now we're gonna get into the off-road portion of the two-wheel racing, because we have AMA Pro Motocross racing this upcoming weekend, as well as the Motocross World Championship of Finland, to be specific. They're racing there. Make sure to check it out. I will, of course, be watching MotoGP. Can't miss out on that. And then I'm going to try to watch actually all 6 hours of the Brazil endurance race, because I've been really invested in the World Endurance Championship this year. I think I've watched all races besides the first one. So I'm very, very excited. I'm also kind of hoping that the Iron Dames are able to redeem themselves from last weekend, because they were in first place. Then there was a mistake, which happens if you have someone, a bronze driver in the car. Happens to every team. But it was very unfortunate, because I think a podium or a first place would have actually been in the cards. But maybe this weekend, Michelle Gatting, one of the drivers, she actually has a broken foot. She broke it, I think like 3 weeks ago, when they, during a practice, dropped a car on her foot. Very, very bad, but she's racing because she's a badass. Anyways, let me know in the comments what you'll be watching. As always, like and subscribe, and we will be back on Monday with everything that we watched racing related. Don't miss out. Bye-bye.